Good morning, C4 class. Today is a special day, and we are going to do a special kind of reading time. Do you guys remember what today is? What's today? Today is May 4th. Do you guys remember what in the morning circle there's a special day that happens on May 4th? It's Star Wars Day. Remember, because in Star Wars, they say, may the Force be with you. And so in May 4th, it's may the 4th be with you, like May 4th, right? Okay, and so we have a special book today being read by Mr. Ty. And Mr. Ty, remember, he plays Despero in our normal Tale of Despero series. So he is going to read a special book to you guys. Are you guys ready? Okay, here we go.
Star Wars used the Force. Luke wanted to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi Knight. Luke flew his X-Wing fighter to a distant swamp planet. Luke was looking for Yoda and an old and wise Jedi Master. Luke wanted Yoda to teach him the secrets of the Force. Luke's X-Wing fighter lost power and crashed into a giant swamp. Luke and R2-D2 made it to shore and met a fully little green alien. The alien took them to his home. The alien was Yoda. Yoda didn't look like a strong and mighty Jedi Master, but he agreed to teach Luke how to use the Force. The Force was a special energy field that could be used for good or evil. Luke trained with Yoda trapped to his back. He ran through the swamps, swinging on slimy vines. He even stood on his head. Then Luke saw a strange cave. It was scary and old and filled with the dark side of the Force. Luke took his weapon and slowly ventured into the cave. Luke was shocked to see Darth Vader in the cave. Luke fought him and failed. The Darth Vader vanished. He wasn't really there at all. It had been a test from Yoda. Luke had much to learn, so he kept training. But there was trouble in the swamp. R2-D2 beeped and whistled for Luke. The X-Wing sunk into the swamp. Luke didn't know how to get out. Then Yoda spoke to Luke. He told him to use the Force. Do or do not, Yoda said. There is no try. Luke used the Force and the X-Wing began to rise. Luke could not get the ship out of the swamp. It sunk deeper into the water. Luke could not raise the X-Wing. He gave up and walked away. Yoda used the Force. He raised the ship out of the water. Yoda was really strong in the Force. Luke could not believe it. That is why he had failed. He did not believe in himself. He did not believe in the Force. Luke trained even harder. He listened to Yoda and practiced day and night. He learned how to use the Force. He could even move things with his mind. While using the Force, Luke saw a vision of the future. His friends were in trouble. Darth Vader had captured them. Luke knew it was a trap, but he had to save them. Luke decided to leave the swamp planet. He said goodbye to Yoda and promised to return. Then he flew away in his X-Wing. Luke was ready to use the Force. He would save his friends and become the greatest Jedi of all. The end.
Okay, Mr. Ty, I'm going to ask you some questions about your favorite story. Why do you like Star Wars?
I think I like Star Wars a lot because I really liked space as a kid. I also like the story of good triumphing over evil, and just being able to believe in yourself and using the Force to beat the Dark Empire.
Okay. And who is your favorite character in the Star Wars stories?
I think Han Solo, because he's just a regular guy who goes on adventures. He's really cool.
Okay. What can you learn from the Star Wars movies?
You can learn that you got to give it your all and believe in yourself, and good will always be evil.
Okay. And do you have any fun facts for the class about Star Wars, Mr. Jedi Master yourself?
Well, sure. So I know the first Star Wars came out in May of 1977, and they didn't think it was going to be a big hit. They thought it would just be like a regular kid adventure movie, but it became this big, huge franchise for over 40 years later, and there's toys and many books and stories that follows the adventures of Star Wars.
Any other facts that you have about Star Wars for us?
I can't really think.
That's okay. That's okay. But he is very, very smart on his Star Wars knowledge. And one last question: What did you see all the movies?
Yes.
And what has been your favorite Star Wars movie out of all of them, except for all 9 of them, not the other 2?
I really like The Empire Strikes Back, and I also like The Force Awakens.
Okay, and why do you like The Empire Strikes Back?
Because it was the best of the original 3 movies.
Why do you think that?
There's a lot of cool plot points that was happening, and there's a big plot twist at the end of the movie.
And why do you like The Force Awakens?
I like the characters Rey and Finn, and I like the fact that there's that Princess Leia has been promoted, and she's a really strong character.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell me a little bit about what you're wearing today?
This is a stormtrooper costume.
Mm-hmm.
The stormtroopers.
What's a stormtrooper?
They're basically unnamed soldiers for the Empire.
What does that mean, unnamed?
With their numbers, they don't really have names. They wear masks, and their identity is kind of hidden. So they're just like a number in a big group of other soldiers.
Okay, and what about your hat? What's on the rim of that hat?
This is just the scenes from the Star Wars movie.
And which Star Wars movie is that?
I think this is probably maybe the original. I'm not too sure.
You can take it off. Let's see it.
Okay. Well, actually, no. It looks like it's a kind of a combination.
I'm gonna come on.
No, this actually looks like this is from The Force Awakens. So yeah, this is from The Force Awakens.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's Rey, and that's Kylo Ren, and General Plasma. She's a stormtrooper, and there's some other stormtroopers: Chewbacca, Finn, Poe. I don't see BB-8.
And who's BB-8?
Scorpio. He's a robot that Rey pieced together.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really like your hat. Well, I hope you guys all enjoyed Mr. Ty and his telling us about his favorite series, Star Wars. Thank you guys. Have a good one.